You think people are really gonna watch this?
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS Radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she want us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, man. You ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready?
You're good.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh, it's Tuesday
Hey.
and the Sibs are back. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. I am your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS, and I am here with
So
Fab Kim.
the birthday girl.
I had announcements about that, but okay, we'll get to it. And hey, how y'all been? How you been? It's been a while.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
glad to be back. I'm glad we're back.
Well, I'm glad we're back always. It's grand. The first part of the day is like, then it's like, okay, let's get the TDS and let's get this done.
And yeah. And
I
to those
enjoy
of
our
you
people.
who were looking for us, we had to take a bit of a break, and that's something that we will let you guys know moving forward. You know, we are here to give you continuous content and laughs and jokes and all things like that, but we also need to take a moment to protect our mental health as well. So when that does happen again, we will be sure to let you guys know so you're not looking for us, because I did get text messages like, where y'all at? Like, resting.
It's just two of us. We run a live show every day. Do you know how many people go into a live production? We don't get the opportunity to have it pre-recorded. We're going at this live
Until we can get some people to help.
Yeah. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, we want to help, sure. Once again, DM us, and we would love to have your assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's get on with the show.
Yeah.
Let's do our check-ins. Did we do our check-in? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
sorta.
check. Let's check in. How you feel?
I am feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Yeah. It wasn't a bad day because I had to think about it. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. No, I'm feeling good. It wasn't a bad day.
Mhm.
Any day where I'm able to open up my eyes and put my feet on the ground, I'm happy. And I'm, like I said, I'm another year older. How about you?
You're another year older.
Mhm.
That's great.
Mhm.
Would you like to give that date or that age?
I do not care. I am 36 years old.
Yay, 36.
Giving. That is a real serious number. That's
So
4 years
in the
of-
intros, if you guys go and look, there's a baby picture of her in there. So you can sneak in there and go see that baby picture. Actually, that's pretty progressive from, the 2 Black 2 Strong pictures and up. Just go check out our intro and look at all those pictures that's in the subway. Those are real pictures that
Yes,
I
they
put
are.
up there. And so yeah, you can see our progression to dopeness because
giving every bit of 90s.
it was a struggle. The struggle. But
How are you?
how am I? I am here.
Yeah.
I am for, you know what? I'm gonna say this because my least engaged posts are about me going to therapy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nobody says anything, and I don't know if they think like, I don't know if I should say anything. Is this nigga crazy?
No.
And it's not that. So I am what, one session in. I got another session this weekend.
Yay.
So I am addressing trauma.
I'm glad to hear that.
And with that being said, there are things that I have to do. And so when you say, how do you feel? Initially, I'm like, grumbly. I don't feel it. I feel angry black man. That's what I feel. You know how I am. You know where I come from? I come from a place where it's gray 9 months out of the year. Angry, black, Pittsburgh, stress.
Too black, too
Too black, too strong. Black man, nobody understands. But I'm not, because it clicked in my head.
Yes.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We're alive.
Yes, we are.
We're going to focus on the happy, or
Yes,
focus
we
on the
are.
on the positive things. And it's always fun to celebrate another birthday with family. So
Yay!
it's a birthday. It's a good thing. So what do I have to frown about? There are people who would pay their last to sit in this seat to do what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna peel off the angry, no angry black man right now. But it'll take one slip of a microphone where I'm like, I hate everything, and flipping shit over. So, so moment by moment.
Mm-hmm.
And men.
Day by day.
What?
Simpsons.
Oh, all right. And men, please, there's nothing wrong with therapy. All right. I'm gonna say that because I'll talk about people, I'll talk about sports, I'll talk about commercials, I'll talk about all that. And everybody's like, I'm like, men in therapy.
Yeah.
Nobody says anything.
I'm sorry.
And that's okay. But when y'all out here bleeding from your anus.
Oh no, no.
Because of stress.
No.
And that blood pressure's through the roof. I don't want to hear no crap. I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, let's go back to happy because quickly I'm like, and I'm gonna tell you,
angry,
we're not gonna get preachy. So on February 6th, I did not know there were so many people that had a birthday that are on my friends list. But what we have to do, because it's our thing, is go back over the weekend to cover the birthdays that we did not get a chance to cover. So we're going to start from the 3rd and work our way up with our birthdays. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, because I don't know if I have anybody.
Okay, I will go first. I got Christopher Smith, who did not give his age. Denise Johnson, my homegirl, who we're going to have on our show, and she's been on the podcast before with her daughter. T. Holt had a birthday.
She's an Aquarius?
Yes.
Oh,
my man from college, Big Country, Richard Greer had a birthday. Kia Moore, who was on the same podcast as T. Holt when we were talking about women athletes. Her mom, Miss Knight Moore, had a birthday over the weekend. One of my football players, Cole Blake, happy birthday to you. One of the trainers that I watch and kind of connected with through social media, Jeremy Seymour, happy birthday to you. Another former player had a birthday, Daniel Bryant, over the weekend. Those are my weekend birthdays. I didn't want to go into today until you cover your week. Or
Daniel's birthday?
Not Daniel Bryant.
Oh, okay.
Wrong Daniel, sorry. Daniel Bradley. He's from Pittsburgh.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry. No, not Daniel. No, not Dirty. I would have.
Okay.
No, not Dirty. But those are my weekend birthdays. Do you have weekend birthdays before we go into today?
Yes. So one of my prior coworkers, Bianca, who was sweet as pie, it was her birthday on the 3rd. So happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday.
I actually do have T. So I think I told her happy birthday, but happy birthday again. One of my other previous coworkers as well, Maylin, who once, oh my gosh, she was so sweet. It's her birthday on the 4th. Letissa, she was one of Mom's campers. It was her birthday on the 4th as well. So happy birthday to her. Mm-hmm. One of my good high school friends, we go way, way back, Courtney, her birthday was yesterday. And another coworker of mine, Kobe, which I love his radio voice. He has like this raspy sort of on-air personality. It was his birthday as well yesterday.
Cool. You didn't have any for today?
Oh, no. Oh, Chantel. Yes, I do. Shan, happy birthday, lovely. It is her birthday. We share the same day.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then I got mine for today. I got Mr. Michael Lassiter, one of the players who actually attended my camp. Mm-hmm. This is Dad. I got your godmom, our godmom.
Yes.
Anita Sneed, a.k.a.
Oh, wait. She's my godmom too?
Is she mine?
I think she might be yours.
Just mine?
I think so.
We have different godparents? No. She's just yours.
No, Terry's mine.
Miss Cindy is, well, then she's one of them.
Oh, okay.
You know how black people do.
Say I have two? Well, look at that.
Do we? Because Miss Cindy's mine. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you know
happy
what?
Birthday,
happy birthday,
girl.
Miss Anita Sneed, aka Tweety. Miss Kelsey Pope. It is also her birthday. She is one of the ladies that helped me with track at mm-hmm. She ran track at Enloe. Mm-hmm. And I did not know this until today. Our cousin Donnie.
Yes.
Donnie, you share a birthday with Donnie. How did we not know this until right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Donnie. Happy David B. Mitchell celebrating his 47th. And at the top of my list is my sister, So Fab Kim, happy birthday. So we had a lot of birthdays today. Hopefully you got a chance to hear your birthday. And then we're going to go with our new birthday song. And if anybody knows these people, please.
Yeah.
I would like to interview them because we took their birthday song and made it our own.
Yeah.
Here we go. Happy birthday.
Boom.
Y'all ready? Well, happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Happy birthday to you. Well, you look good. You look good. You look fine. You look fine. We hold you at a good time. Oh, happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you.
Add us back. Add us back. There we go. And as the quote said, continue to live your life in a way that makes every day worth celebrating. So happy birthday to those whose birthday has been over the weekend and today on February 6th.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Sib.
Hey, thanks, Sib.
Proud of you.
Yeah. Woo.
Okay. So let's
36.
get into, wait till you get to this 40 thing.
Woo. Still got 4 more years. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah. It's coming though.
It is.
It's creeping up on you.
Woo.
Right up your back.
The body is saying 40.
You know what? 40 is decent.
Everyone made me afraid of my 30s, and I am having the most fun, with the exception of our loss. I'm having the most fun in my 30s, and I've never felt sexier in my 30s.
Well, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
And I heard it just gets better, especially like you said. I heard 40s gets better, and then 50s gets better, and then 60s you just don't give a damn.
40s. I'm liking 40s.
Good.
30s was rough.
Oh,
you know why? I was looking mighty. I was feeling mighty low. Because when I was like Miss Seeley, I moved down North Carolina, and when I seen you, I knew there was a God. I was living pretty bad in the Berg. So, but 30s was rough, but 40s feels good.
Yeah.
It's a nice transition. So, but enjoy your 30s.
Yeah.
Don't rush anything. All right. We got entertainment news coming up.
We most certainly do.
All right. I think we have a graphic for that.
We do.
We're coming up.
Hey.
Bing. Hey, we got graphics. We're coming up in this world. And we got some birthday shout outs coming in from Cuz. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Therapy is for everyone. Yes. Please understand that. What's up? And happy birthday.
Shout out to our cuz. She gave me like 15 messages this morning. It was like, bing, 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 happy birthday, boom, boom, boom. I was like, yes.
Appreciate it.
I am appreciating all the love. I am so appreciative for my community. And a community, one thing that I want everybody to know, it's not just family, it's friends as well, acquaintances. And I feel so loved, and I'm so appreciative for all of it. And even your community has completely taken me in and, sent text messages and Facebook messages and, don't start your shit.
Who's sending messages?
I didn't fix that.
I didn't fix that social media that knows who be trying to mess with my sister. And who's be sending the messages. Because y'all, some of y'all ain't talking to me, telling me, oh, it's your sister's birthday. Same niggas telling you happy birthday ain't never told me. Ain't that some shit? You my friend. What type of shit? Like Bernie Mac say, what type of shit is this? Same niggas talking about happy birthday, Kim. My birthday comes along. Tumbleweed going across the damn.
What is it?
I don't get no hit up.
I know this is so random. I swear we're going to get into entertainment news. I did not know tumbleweeds were an actual thing until my coworkers in Texas took photos of them and sent them to me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I did not know that they were
tumbleweed is
real. And I didn't know that they literally grow so massive that they can like trap you in your house.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, she sent me some photos and it looks wild. But yeah, anyway.
Okay.
So
random fact. I'm so fat, Kim.
Entertainment news, things you learn. I'm sorry. I've been under the rug.
And if you hitting my sister up, and I just want to know, because some of y'all niggas is shady. You ain't gonna hit me up. Happy birthday, Kim. But don't hit me up. Ain't that about a bitch?
Hey, y'all.
Let's go. Who we got up first?
Megan Thee Stallion, our good sis. Yes. So things have been a little crazy between her and Onika. However, Megan is doing her thing, and I couldn't be prouder simply because she has her song Hiss. What's wrong?
Finally got it right.
Okay. She has her song Hiss, and it is on the Billboard Hot 100. Not only is it on it, but it is #1. This is her first #1 since 2021 without a credited collaborator. So kudos to her. And then this is just coming off of her new distribution deal with Warner Brothers, where she is allowed to maintain her independence and her publishing rights as well. So, I mean, this is a deal that's essentially breaking history because it's not something that's common in the music industry, but she is able to keep all of her masters and her publishing and maintain independence, which is something that all artists should strive for because they get in trouble when they don't own their masters or their publishing. So kudos to Megan. Good for you.
Good for Megan. You're doing good things.
Yes, she is.
You know me. I am not a Megan fan. It's okay. I mean, it's only the music. Her as a person, no issues, no problems. Just don't like her music.
And she's doing good girl things. I am proud of you, Megan.
Okay.
Hey, now.
What else do we got?
So also, while we're talking about good girl things, but this situation was crazy because it was not a good boy situation. If you guys have watched the Grammys, we know that there was some craziness going on behind the scenes with Killer Mike. And, you know, this is coming short off of his 3 Grammy win. And we were so happy and excited for that, only to be heard that he was being detained. And everyone was kind of trying to figure out, like, what in the world happened? Like, we're just celebrating a win.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he being arrested? And it didn't seem like there was any melee surrounding him as he was walking out. But come to find out, he finally released a statement and he let everyone know that it was a security guard that took his job a little too seriously.
Most.
So
old mall cop Kevin James ass head nigga.
So this is what he said in his statement. As you can imagine, there was a lot going and there was some confusion around which door my team and I should enter. We experienced an overzealous security guard, but my team and I had the utmost confidence that I will ultimately be cleared of all wrongdoings.
Okay.
So I hope so, because we've all had that experience where there's just someone who takes their job a little bit too seriously and you're like, dude, just
ease up,
chill.
bro.
Just chill.
Ease up, bro.
You know, like let's talk some things through. Let's figure some things out before we sit here and go from 0 to 100. Because I
just won, man. Like, chill out, bro.
3 Grammys.
I won 3 Grammys, and I'm 48.
Is he 48?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
I'm 48. That's why he said in the speech, like, don't tell me that you're too old. Don't tell me that it's too late. Don't tell me any of that.
I know that's
because he's 48 years old. And you clearly know he's a big man because they had to use multiple handcuffs because his arms did not go all the way around. And I'm not clowning because they probably would have to do the same thing for my big ass. They had to use 3-4 different handcuffs to make sure. And I like Killer Mike.
I was going to say, album are you a fan? Dope. Is it? Is it?
Any black man that don't like that album needs to revoke their black card needs to be revoked. Yes, that album is fire, like fire.
I'll have to listen.
And you know, I'm a musically, I'm a Jay-Z fan. I think this dude has topped at least Jay-Z's last 3 or 4 projects.
Is it better than American Gangster?
No, that's where the cutoff is.
Okay. I was going to say, because American Gangster is my shit.
Don't jump off a bridge.
Okay.
It ain't that.
Okay, but it's better than 444?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that Magna Carta one.
Yeah.
Better than that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I'll have to take a listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something that if you know how we talk about that gray area of rap where like
Mhm.
people are getting older. You don't want to hear the same thing like little Uzi Vert. He gave older black people, especially men, a sound that we can bop to that makes sense and is relative to us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, his jams are pretty dope. Like you can listen to it all the way through.
Is it also good? Is it good like when you're in the gym as well? Like, does it get you like hype music or not really?
So for it is, there's hype songs on there,
Okay.
but I don't know because you got to listen.
Okay.
So it's not something that it's not just going to be heavy beat crazy. He's talking his shit on there. Okay. So, and he's giving things like, you know, he's giving some lessons in there because he had a story in there talking about like how he was about to be a father, only to find out that the mother of the woman he got pregnant wanted the child to be aborted and how it made him feel. Like there's some tough topics in there. And like I said, it's a piece of art. The song with him and Andre 3000 on it is dope too. And nobody out rapped him on his album. So like even with Andre being on there, he's not the best rapper on that track. Mike is the best rapper on that track.
That is dope.
It was great.
You feel as though his awards were
just
okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think there was anybody this year that could mess with that.
Dope.
It would have to be a person coming out like J. Cole or a Jay-Z or somebody like that to even be able to compete.
Okay.
It was light years above any of the work that's out right now.
Okay. And speaking of Jay-Z, as you guys know, his speech has gone viral and it's, you know, ruffled a few feathers because he essentially went ahead and let everyone know, like, how is it that my wife, he shouted her out while he was receiving his Impact Award. How is it that my wife has won so many awards, but she has yet to win Album of the Year? And he's like, you know, by their merit, it doesn't really make sense. Something isn't adding up here. And also, what I found interesting, Kandi from Escape, she actually talked about the voting process when it came to the Grammys. And she was like, there's a lot of people on the board. They did switch it up a bit. And she was like, I was actually one of the people who was on the board that did some of the voting.
What?
Yes.
Kandi was on the board?
This hasn't been like recent. Like she said, she's done it, you know, a few times. But she said that
she ain't never gonna let Beyonce win with her hating that. I can't see letting her win the production of her song. She always talks like she got mucus in the back of her throat.
She like what?
She talks like she got mucus in the back of her throat. And like, yeah. Man,
well,
we've been bamboozled by Kandi for a long time.
We will get to her in just
that
a bit.
Escape. When I go back and listen to Escape, I'm like, what were we thinking? Were we that desperate for a group to be like, this is it? This is definitely not it. I promise you, go back and listen to that. You'd be like, what was we jamming to?
We'll get to that. Okay. But she was talking about the process and she was saying, like, you know, it's a bunch of people and you oftentimes don't know who is on the board because it's essentially a secret, and that some of the people who are voting don't know who's actually on the ballot. So sometimes they're just voting for the more familiar name as opposed to who actually has a quality product, you know? So
here's what I think. We need to just come up with our own merit. You know what I'm saying? And not the ignorant ass Source Awards and not BET. We need to come up with our own. Our artists need to come up with their own system that makes a little bit more sense because everybody's tired of seeing Taylor Swift.
And it's not her fault.
No.
I have to keep reminding myself that because once again, I've heard nothing but good things about this woman.
No, we're just tired of seeing her.
Yes.
Beehive, y'all can come for me if you want to. I'm like that with Beyonce. Like, we're at a point now where where's the new no, don't slide off the screen. Where's the new wave? You get what I'm saying? Beyonce has had her time, just like seeing Jay-Z. You've had your time. To see Killer Mike get something is like, word. I'm not saying age is a factor. It's just time for the new wave of artists who are out here to get their just due. Which
is why I'm glad to have seen Victoria Monet win, because she has been in the game, like I told you in the car, for a long time. She's done a lot of writing for people like Ariana Grande. So for her to be able to step out into the limelight and get her just due, especially after being told that she wasn't ready just yet, to be a performer, and for her just 5 months later to receive 3 Grammys. I'm like, take that.
Didn't SZA win something too?
SZA won as well. And oh my gosh, I always forget her name. The young black jazz singer, she won as well. So I mean, it was definitely a night where our black women were getting their just due. But I think Jay-Z's comments really kind of made people be like, And it also resurfaced some of the articles that were out about how some of these boards purposely will not vote for people like Beyonce or for Viola Davis. Because remember, everyone was upset that the Woman King did not make it into the Oscars. But they said they purposely did not want to put these people into these categories because people often vote for them too much or they win too much. So that's why the snub essentially exists.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about Jay-Z's speech and also Blue Ivy and Beyonce a little later.
Okay. So we're going to go back to Kandi. Miss Kandi.
Okay, let's talk about me.
Very quickly, she went ahead and let everyone know that she is stepping away from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Thank God.
After her being on there for 16 seasons. It's been a long time. She met her husband on there, who they now have 2 children together. And she just said, I decided I'm not coming back this year. And I think she feels as though it's pretty much ran its course. And the ratings aren't what they used to be. Some of that could be because Nene is no longer on there. And also another favorite was Portia. Portia has moved on. Phaedra was a favorite. She's no longer on there. So since some of the original OGs are not a part of it, I think people got bored, and Kandi is the last of it. So she said she's going to go ahead and move on to other things.
Why would you continue this? I mean, if the check is clearing, then I guess that's why. But once again, it's time for a new generation of people. Like, we've been watching the same people now for quite some time. It's time for a new generation. And maybe let's chill out on some of the ratchet for a minute.
Yeah, because
y'all are too old.
Kandi's 47, and I did not realize she was that old.
Her voice sounds like it. Why did we let her do that to us?
Just stop and leave her alone.
No, I will not leave her alone. The other girl was so much better. When I say so much better, it wasn't even close. Why did we allow Kandi to get in that seat and act like she could sing? And You're My Little Secret, I challenge anyone to listen to that song and keep a straight face when she hits that high note. Everybody, you be like, oh my God. We must have liked Jermaine Dupri that much that anything, you know how some producers that anything they touch is just running, like when Timberland was hot, and we really was like, bird, 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 the bird's the word with Magoo.
To that the other day.
Ooh, love ya. Like, there's certain things we let slide because we just like that producer. Yeah, like that was clearly Jermaine Dupri when we were listening to You're My Little Secret, because that song, if you listen to that song now, it's...
If I can be 100% honest here, and I've gotten to a lot of back and forths about this, I have never been an Escape fan. I did not like them. I do not like them. And their category of music just never seemed to faze me. I was more of an SWV girl.
Right. I thought SWV was better, but they had the singer in there. And I don't remember her name, and I don't want to say like
Latasha?
what her, is that the one that was kind of heavier set at the time?
I think so.
Her. She could sing. Kandi, like, she got over, boy. And I don't know, because there was rumors that she was sleeping with people and stuff like that, right? Like, yeah, that's probably true.
So anyway, so speaking of singers, there were 2 major announcements that happened today. Mariah Carey, our songstress herself, she announced that she's going to be doing a Las Vegas residency that's going to happen in April. And people are excited about it. She said, yes, they are. People like Mariah Carey.
Where did her graphic go? Never mind. Okay.
She said in her post on X, it's no longer Twitter, X, Vegas, I'm coming back to town with a new show, The Celebration of Mimi, live in Vegas this April, from April 12th to the 27th at the Dolby Live at Park MGM. Get your tickets this Saturday at 10 a.m. So for those of you who are super excited, who want to go and see Mimi, she's going to be in Vegas. So kudos to her.
Let's do it.
Get that check.
She's got music all the way back from the 80s.
Man,
You got me feeling emotions.
Wasn't one of my favorites.
Deeper than I ever dreamed of. Department store shit. That's when I was working in a department store.
Yeah.
That was that.
And when everybody thought they could sing My All, it's like, ugh, yikes. Another singer who is going on tour, which a lot of people were super excited about this one. I have to admit, I am going to save my coins as well. Usher. He is going. Yes, Usher has
this
finally.
Nigga just won't go sit down.
No, he is striking while the iron is hot. He just inked a deal with Skims, and now he is also dropping his tour that he is going to do. It's going to be in 24 cities starting August 20th in Washington, D.C., and he's going to stop in Brooklyn, in Miami, in Atlanta, Charlotte, Dallas, Austin, all of these places, and it's going to conclude October 28th through the 29th. Fans who are interested and who do not know, you can purchase tickets as soon as tomorrow. Yes. As soon as tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then general sale will be on February 12th at 10 a.m. as well. So I'm hoping that there can be some control there because, the whole bot thing and reselling, people will buy the tickets and then sell them at an astronomical price, which isn't fair. So I'm going to be on the lookout because I want to see Usher. That's going to be a hell of a show.
Okay.
And finally,
I think it's fair for people who couldn't see the residency.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Hopefully you make it affordable because these tickets are crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like, these tickets are nuts, man.
That's what I paid for Beyonce. Woo. Jesus, just to be in peanut heaven. But
just got to be in the building. That's how I used to be about football. Just put me in the building.
Just put me in the building. And even being in peanut heaven, it was still a hell of a show. I honestly would have bought tickets to go and see it again. That's how good it was. Mm-hmm. So, craziness. If you guys have been paying attention to your social media feeds, especially your Twitter, you would know why Drake is trending. Drake is trending for all the wrong reasons. Ladies, it might be the right reason for you, but fellas, don't look.
My man is extra light skinned and Canadian today.
Allegedly, there has been a leaked video of Drake and his man parts out there on the Twitterverse. It may have gone to Instagram, but it's definitely on Twitter. Some of the sites have been taken down, so you can't see it. But there is a video of a guy who looks a lot like Drake, who is exposing himself. Looks like it was during a private time where he may have been sending a video to a lady or whatever have you. But it broke the internet and made a lot of women put some respect on Wheelchair Jimmy's name. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you want me to say about that. Light skinned Canadian dude. I'm already not a Drake fan. So this makes me even more not a Drake fan.
But he did go ahead and respond and, made a joke of it. Like, I wasn't hiding my peen from the world. I was hiding, the world from my, that whole thing when he said it about his son, and then said that a new album is going to be dropping soon. But,
we got to do that for new albums.
We're not saying that Drake did it. We don't even know if this is technically Drake.
Man, people are terrible.
I'm just saying. But I'll admit, I was like, oh, okay, Drake. All right. So with that being said, that is your entertainment news.
Yeah. I don't know how to. We closed with that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We closed with Drake's penis.
Yes.
Pause.
Yes.
For my New Yorkers.
I'm saying, ladies, if you haven't seen it.
Boo. Like, yeah, I'm not going for that. Anyway, I'm not going for that either because it's not leaked. Yeah, leak. I got your leak. Pause. I don't know where to go because we need a break.
Yes,
because we talked about another man's penis on this show, so we're definitely taking a break after that. Like, what?
We are coming up with our messy letter shortly after our break.
All right. Just that's how we end it too. All right.
It's TDS Radio.
TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. It's your man, Coach Block, with the birthday girl, So Fab Kim. Happy birthday to you. Let's read the letter.
All right, y'all. It is time for our messy letter titled, Should I Divorce My Husband?
Yep.
Okay. And that's your messy letter. So the letter goes as follows. I wanted to find out if I am the only one who feels this way. I have been married for over 10 years with kids. Me and my husband have Facebook accounts and have for some time, but I found out he has been in adult chat groups having very sexual conversations in these groups. We had an argument about this due to the fact I felt it was very disrespectful. No woman should know my husband's intimate desires like this, and most of the women are women he likes or either close to in our area, or they could easily become hookups. He has also attended 2 of these meetups, as they call them. I have seen pictures exchanged from him and some of the women, but he swears he was only having fun and never hooked up with any of these women. Now I'm starting to feel it's starting again. He feels I'm overreacting and insecure, but I really feel it's disrespectful and would end our marriage if he is doing this again. Would it be wrong if I wanted a divorce?
No.
Would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, these are tangible women that he continues to put himself in a position to be unfaithful. Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, if it makes you comfortable, because I always say, liking pictures on social media, et cetera, it's not a terrible thing if these are like celebrities or unattainable people. You know what I'm saying? Like you put a model in somebody's face. But if I hit like on the picture of the chick that's down the block or that I work with, and you notice that it's not just a friendly thing where, oh, okay, she looks nice today. This is more so like we got a private group where we sit down and talk, and it's an adult chat group. So I'm assuming when you say adult chat group that, adult things happen. And these people have meetups and they're having fun with pictures and all that. Here's where I say, I'll rewind. Here's where I say, don't do it yet. Ask, can you go?
Okay. If
he doesn't want you to be around this crowd of people, then there's a problem.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And see what these people are about. Get the feel inside of this versus just on the outside looking. Because if you are wrong and you divorce your husband and he hasn't slept with these people, then you might be like, because I was in a group like that, not an adult group. Well, I guess it was an adult because everybody in there was an adult group, but like not adult as in XXX adult. And people would get together for happy hour, things like that. Now, did I sleep with anyone? No. Were people sleeping together? Yes. But it was a lot of people in this group. Like it was over 200 and something people in the group. So when they had a meetup, I would go. This was before moving down here. So on one side, I'm going to say, if you feel that strongly about it, you need to do a little bit more homework, investigate. And if you're giving him an ultimatum, which, then you better be ready for him to say, all right, well then go. I think she needs to do a little bit more research though before having the divorce. Like me jokingly saying, yes, divorce. No, that's wrong. I'm saying let's find out more and see if he allows you to integrate into this with him. And if he doesn't and he wants it to be separate and divided, then more conversation is going to be had about, or should be had about, how you feel and how it's making you feel. And if it's insecurity because you're seeing him enjoying himself with other people, or is there something to it where you're saying, nah, I think he's cheating? Because if he doesn't have a history of cheating, then also don't put that on the brother. Because can men and women be friends?
Yikes.
Can they? Well, I'm just asking.
I feel like that is a deeper conversation for another day. I will say this. Oh, wait, I didn't read it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you got to ask, then you know your answer. Leave. Respect is a top priority. Also, maybe he should communicate on why he does it or what is lacking in the relationship. And I agree, because I totally see your point. And I think it should be something where it's like, well, can I come? Can I be a part of this? Where I feel like the answer is going to be no. And where I feel the issue is because she said that there has been sexual conversations that have been had. And he's talking about his desires and stuff like that. And like, our cousin's saying, why are you not having that conversation with your wife? What is
she
happening?
might be a stick in the mud.
And she may.
Pause.
She may. But if you feel like you need to outsource, or if you need to go and do things outside of your relationship, then either you need to be very open and honest about this here, or know that you're going to sign up for a divorce.
She know right now why that man is having these conversations. She knows.
But doesn't make it right.
I'm not saying it makes it right, but that also doesn't say he's doing anything. Like, maybe that is we have a sex educator here. Sometimes people just have kinks where the conversations, there's sex lines where people do a whole bunch of wild stuff. Just that may be his kink. Now, the question is, let's say this is something that he's doing because there is a need that you are not providing. Are you ready to accept that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you're divorcing him because there is a need that is not being met. So then he found it somewhere else. Does that mean disrupt your home? I need ages, because you know me. I'm like, I ain't disrupting my house because this nigga talking sex over here with somebody. I got stuff to do. I got TDS Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And has a conversation have been had? Because I totally understand that conversation. Our sex educator will speak on that. But then where do we talk about respect? So then, are you having this conversation with your significant other of, this is my need, you're not fulfilling the need or whatever have you, so I need to go out and do these things? Or is it just my needs are being met and I'm gonna just go do this anyway and I'm going to try to be sneaky about it?
The right answer is yes, we need to communicate. And if this is not, if we haven't communicated this, then we need to sit down and maybe talk on the next level with a counselor and work through things. That's the right answer. The inside answer is, I'm a freak. You know what I like to do. You ain't doing it. I'm going to do it somewhere else. Now, either you going to do it or she going to do it. Once again, I say it time and time again, whenever a man starts to do something like this and starts to move around, the problem is there's a woman who knows he's married and don't care. If the woman would send him back to his wife, like, right, go back home.
Exactly.
Then he would have to identify the issues in his relationship, hold himself accountable to do whatever is needed to do or exhausted every opportunity to not be in this position. But as long as you can be like, you don't want to do that? What you mean you don't want to jump off a giraffe ass with me? This is what I want to do. And then you go find somebody that says, you know what I like to do? I like to jump off giraffe ass. Then now we both jumping off giraffe ass together. It's just that simple.
Oh, no, I'm saying it definitely is.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is bothering her, because it's like, well, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Girl, go jump off a giraffe ass and have some fun and loosen up. Because if this man is having this conversation, what conversation is he having with them that he can't have with you? You know what I'm saying? And I would have to ask that. Like, okay, so does he have these conversations with you? And if the answer is no, then why don't he have them with you? Is there something that you may give off that makes it feel uncomfortable for him to be in that space with you? And if that's the case, then that's not necessarily a him thing. It becomes a him thing when he takes it out. It's a y'all thing. We got to work on this. Maybe you guys should go get the sex planner. Shameless plug for the sex planner.
Yeah, just saying.
Get something that's going to help and have these conversations, but don't ignore it, because it's not fair to say, oh, should I divorce him? Well, should you divorce the mindset that's causing this man to go out there and do this? Now, once again, somebody's going to say, well, he needs to be accountable for what he's doing. You're right. He is. But if he has talked to this woman and he feels as though the only way to get this is outside of his marriage, and he's not really sneaking because clearly she knows about all this, then honey, sister, girl, You need to tell your man, I'm willing to do some of the freaky stuff that you're doing over there. Why are you over there? You don't have to be over there. I'll do it. And then,
if the answer is still no, then it's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, then now we got to go somewhere because now
Mm-hmm.
that's what you need, that lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lanes, questions that need to be answered of like, well, where do we fit with this? But all in all, should she go for a divorce? All seriously, no. There's some work that needs to be done prior to talking about a divorce before we just jump to, that's it, I've had enough.
Now, she did say in the letter, she was like, I feel as though he's doing it again. So if they did have conversations and all the stuff like that, but he decides to say, you know what, I'm going to sneak because I miss this lifestyle and I'm going to do it, should she still consider divorce?
If they had an agreement and she didn't come through with her end of the agreement, then no, you better not. That's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, if he's doing it again, the question is why. Now, if he's addicted to it and he can't stop and she's still providing the need, or they're working in it and she's attempted and things like that, then he's dead wrong. But if the need has not been addressed or the need is being ignored, this is the hand that you have dealt. Now you want to play it as, oh, should I divorce? Why is your husband out here doing this? Now, when a woman can tell me, I don't know, because I've done X, Y, Z, A, B, C, then that's when we look at him and say he's an asshole. But if this man has expressed needs, or you clearly know what his needs are and you choose to ignore them, what do you want him to do? You want him to sit there and keep having his needs ignored? Maybe this is a safe way because it is through social media. Maybe this is a safe way to where, hey, this is my little knit community and this is what I'm doing. And then maybe she needs to find out if, like you said, if the open relationship is on the table. Because you're not providing the need. Is it worth a divorce? Divorces are expensive.
Very expensive.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. In my mindset, the conversation should be had.
Yes, absolutely.
And then if she said she feels like he's doing this again, once again, what's the feeling? Do you have the proof that he's doing this again?
She did not say. She just said, I feel as though he's doing it again. And like you said, there needs to be conversation here. There has to be conversation. I wish people would stop going to social media to try to fix their problems and instead talk to their significant other. But I also know that there are some people who literally just aren't willing to have these conversations because it makes them uncomfortable. And if people aren't willing to have the uncomfortable conversations, then there's no growth. So then people just typically end up doing what they want to do anyway.
It's time to get down with jumping off giraffe ass. That's what you got to do. Because I would like to know how long they've been together.
She said 10 years.
10 years?
Let me see. Hold on.
Oh,
make
man.
Sure.
Then, yeah, this man.
And they have kids.
Oh.
So, yes. She said, for those of you who may just now be joining us, I wanted to find out if I am the only one who feels this way. I've been married over 10 years with kids. Me and my husband have Facebook accounts and have for some time, but I have found out he has been in adult chat groups having very sexual conversations in these groups.
So you were snooping.
He had an argument. We had an argument with this due to the fact I felt it was very disrespectful. No woman should know my husband's intimate desires like this, and most of the women are women he knows or either close in our area, so they could easily become hookups. He has also attended 2 of these meet and greets, as they call them. I have seen pictures exchanged from him and some of these women, but he swears he was only having fun and never hooked up with any of these women. Now I'm starting to feel it's starting again. He feels I'm overreacting and insecure, but I really feel disrespectful and would end our marriage if he is doing this again. Would I be wrong if I wanted a divorce?
10 years in, things done dried up, and this is where he found his fun. Y'all got to find y'all spark.
Oh, yeah. I definitely
It's not worth a divorce. Y'all got 10 years in. Excuse me for y'all.
And children.
I got to sneeze. You got 10 years in and you got kids. No. Don't uproot your children because of this. You guys can talk this out. Figure this thing out. You got kids.
Especially if he hasn't, like you said, done anything physical. If it's just been conversations, then let's talk about it. But then also don't make me feel crazy when I told you that I had a problem with this and I feel as though that you might be doing it again, which you may, just to be like, oh, you're being insecure. No, nigga.
It don't make me
talk
feel crazy.
crazy.
If you're doing it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
But here's why I'm doing it. In 10 years, 2 kids, yeah, they're probably not doing anything at all. So y'all got to learn how to reconnect.
And most people won't do that. They'll run to social media and they'll sit there and say like, oh, well, this person is entertaining it, because once again, it's hard having difficult conversations. It's extremely difficult because then you don't want a person to feel a certain type of way. You might not know how to communicate your emotions or your feelings or whatever have you. You don't know how the person's going to respond. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but it needs to be had, especially if you feel as though the relationship is worth saving.
Stop writing to the social media and talk to him. And that's not, I appreciate it because it gives us content for our show. But the best advice is this same conversation you need to be having with him. There's no answer that somebody can give you that's going to make you feel better, because there's going to be people who agree with him. There's going to be people who agree with her, because truth be told, they both share fault if there was a communication and the need was not addressed.
Right.
So then they both share some form of fault in this. So there is no right or wrong answer. When you feel disrespected, we can't tell you what your level and what your line is of how far is too far. So if that's the case and you feel as though he's gone too far, you got people like me that's like, really? 10 years and 2 kids? Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, because it's a financial burden for this step. You're in your emotions and your feelings. Get out of your emotions and feelings and think about the business side of marriage and things like that. He's on social media talking. Do you trust him or not? If you don't trust him, then you got to get out of the relationship, because you're going to, no matter what he does, you're going to always feel that way.
You're going to drive yourself crazy.
If you do trust him and you just want him to stop, then fulfill the need that is voided. And if you can't fulfill the need that's being voided, y'all need to have some conversation. How the hell y'all get 2 kids? Clearly, she was locking, dropping it at some point in time. Get the popping, locking, and dropping. Because clearly she was stopping. And this is why we're here with you writing this crazy ass letter, lady. Go please your husband and stop thinking that just because you got to reconnect. Go please your husband. Because if you don't, them chicks in the social media chat group will.
If that is the case.
It's the case.
If that is the case.
It's the case. Because she's not telling her side. She's only telling his side. Like, she's not saying, and I've done, and I've had, and not, she's only saying him. There's 2 sides to every story. 3. I'm sorry. So give us a little bit of what you've done so that we can figure out what that truth is in between, or at least be able to grab enough to say, this is what we think.
Right.
You've only made him the problem. 10 years down the line, this is what this man is doing, and he's the only problem. I don't think so, lady. I think you share that. And in 10 years of relationships, people get comfortable.
Very comfortable. Shit. After what, a year or 2 years?
Actually 5. So they say, like, when you get to 5, most relationships, I don't know the specific statistic, but at 5 years is when you see most people split, divorce, separate at 5 years. And then the next milestone is like 7. And then 10 is when most of the time it dissolves. So if you can make it, but then I've heard if you make it past 10, then you're usually in it for the long haul. Yeah. So stay in it for the long haul. Be a freak. That's all it is, because that's all it is. We're not talking about conventional sex and things like that in that group. You're not doing that because you can do that with your wife. You're talking about some, monkeys and orangutans doing some crazy things.
Which is why, like you said, it's very important to talk and connect with your partner, because things change, people change, desires change, curiosity changes.
Monkeys and orangutans.
So just saying.
Some orangutan loving. Because what else could it be? You know what I mean? Like, never mind. I don't want to say our sex educator will get so mad at me, because in my mind, it's just sex.
It is.
Is it important? Absolutely, it's important. Do you need to, at times, cater to the person that you're with? I think so, as long as you're comfortable.
Yes.
Because
absolutely.
People,
that's the other
let me
thing.
hook you up to a battery, baby. You're like, what the hell? Now I got smoky nipples. Oh no.
Smoky
nipples. Because if I hook you up to a battery, what you think will happen?
Not burnt, but smoky nipples.
Now you got smoky nipples. Yep, I said it. Smoky nips.
You need to go to sleep. What?
I don't know. I said it. Let's just end the segment and go somewhere. Where are we going next? We're going to just the movies. The movies next.
Yes, because now I can't get fucking smoky.
What's wrong? If I hook you up to a battery, because there are people who like that. I'm not saying like a big car battery where you're going to burn up, but like little batteries.
Little shocker thing.
Yeah, and put you on clip, and now you got smoky nips. Does this turn you on? Your nipples are smoking. Now, if there's a line where you draw, like, hey man, you ain't. I'm not doing that. Then I believe that that's not consenting.
But should those conversations have been had from the start? Like, do you feel like things like that grow?
Things change.
I mean, I know things change, but do you feel like somebody just all of a sudden is like, oh,
I want to try?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You know why? Because this phone has unlimited porn on it. I joke with my friends about this all the time. Most of your people who look at this be like, let me push the limits. I know this don't exist. I'll be damned. It do. So this phone here.
One more cough.
I need some water.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I need some water. But what's on that phone, whatever's in your mind comes through that phone. And sometimes he might be in that space, to be honest, where it's just like, I just need a spark. So I'm gonna talk to these chicks and they freaky and they talking back. Then women may not even want him. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much. And I've seen it in these groups personally. I've seen it in the groups. I was in them. And you see the people who hook up and not, but then you see the people who just talk shit and then they just use it for entertainment and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it go both ways. She got to find out how deep he's involved in this, and he has to be transparent about how deep he's involved in it and why. And then if it's something that you cannot get over, and if you say you forgive him, then forgive him. If he's done something to violate, feeling disrespected is subjective, because is it really disrespectful or are you just in your bag right now? Because, but can't nobody, only person that can tell her that is her.
Right.
So smoky nips.
Go talk to each other. That's what you guys need to do. Like you said, talk, reconnect, take your business off social media, possibly find a marriage counselor or a therapist, whatever have you, and try to reconnect and find a common ground there. Because I can smoke nipples. That ain't happening.
Never know. You might like it. Smoky nips. Now you're sitting there smelling like ham. So next we have. So next we have a new segment.
Yes.
That we'll talk about when we get out of this break. It's called Blockbusters, and we'll be talking about a movie that I watched over the weekend. And
I have a documentary as well.
Yay! What? What's that? That was like, you might as well just said you read a new book.
I am reading a new book. Yay!
This is TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. You guys weren't supposed to see that yet. Oops. Damn.
I was like, what?
Yeah, you guys weren't supposed to see that yet. Sorry about that. That was what we were supposed to be talking about before coming on. So now what do I do?
Keep it rolling.
Now what do I do?
Keep it rolling.
All right. Okay. So I would like to introduce new segment to the show, and excuse the lag because clearly this might be an internet problem. So just stick with us.
Yeah, it's not our
I don't
internet,
know. I don't know. So excuse the lag.
If
But
it ain't one thing is another.
we just can't get right. Sounds good. Now we're like, what the hell? Anyway,
I guess that rain.
right. And we let that slide too, Timberland.
Oh.
Boom,
Hey.
boom, boom. Anyway, can't live in that space. So we have a new segment that we would like to introduce. It's called Blocks Buster. And so what we're going to be doing is we will be evaluating and rating and doing all this good stuff with some movies, documentaries. Documentaries.
I pick good documentaries.
Grumbly grew. But
whatever.
but yeah, we so Blockbusters is going to be something that we just want you guys to be a part of as well. Meaning we want to see you guys participate in this. Give us some information, give us some stuff that we can watch, things that we can be a part of.
As long as it ain't Tubi.
I like Tubi.
Whatever.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little Tubi. You know what? Tubi has great classics. It does.
I'm not watching any of the new stuff. Like, come on.
I don't.
The production and continuity, I can't. We're not doing that.
Michael Jackson had a Reese cup John on his nose and whiz.
It's the whiz.
Exactly. So
it's the whiz.
I don't
That
want
is
to hear
a
that.
classic.
Yeah, I hear you. So enjoy our graphic. I don't even think it has sound. Don't know. Don't care. So enjoy the graphic while we bring it up so that we can get to our new the movie. And you said you had a documentary, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do, like I said, we'll and for those who binge watch and things like that, please let us know. Hit us up with things that you've been binged watched, and then we'll talk about it. It'll be kind of like a book club, but just for movies. Does something like that exist?
Movie club? Yeah.
A movie club?
I guess so.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. So just be a part of Blockbusters. All right. So there we go. It's a graphic.
They're like, this is too close. Trademark.
What? Blocks.
Blockbuster.
There's an apostrophe S in there. I don't want to hear that shit. So the first movie of Blockbusters that I watched was Snoop's movie. I don't know if you guys have seen Snoop's movie.
No.
If you haven't seen Snoop's movie, oh come on, man, don't do that. It was called The Underdogs. It was a pretty good movie. There's a couple things that was wrong with it. Here's the why are you laughing?
It was good. There was a couple things.
There was a couple things that may offset you right away. The number one thing that may offset you right away is that the kids use extremely vulgar language. You're going to hear the kids use the F-bomb. You're going to hear him cuss at the kids. These are things that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. But he based this off of his experience of dealing with his league, which is the Snoop Dogg Youth League. So
is that still a thing?
It's still a thing.
Okay.
So Snoop has absolutely dealt with kids in the capacity to be able to be knowledgeable enough to give you a realistic view of how these kids respond to their coaches, which I will co-sign that everything that you see in the movie as far as the kids is true. How they communicate with each other, how they communicate with others, how they hide things, how they, just how you have to build relationships with them, etc. That aspect is true. It just gets a little cringy when you hear Snoop call a kid a little mother effer, because ideally you don't want to see that. And then you don't want to hear the kid tell him, well, F you, nigga, in return. But I've done that. And I've had that back in return.
Have you?
Oh, hell yeah. These kids will cuss you out quicker than anybody in the world, man. So yes, I've had that happen.
Mhm.
So on the rating system of us giving 5 stars, the Sibs thumbs up, I'm not giving this one a thumbs up.
Oh,
This
you're
one,
not?
no, like that. I was saying, like, this is like our
Yeah.
rating system of thumbs
Yeah.
up, like, yeah, watch it.
Oh.
And not a thumbs down. Not a thumbs down.
Okay.
This gets your Sunday afternoon. I ain't got nothing else to watch.
Mhm.
I'm gonna fold some clothes and watch The Underdog.
Mm.
Definitely don't take time to really set aside time in your schedule.
I'm going to watch this.
To do this.
Okay.
Do not make it intentional.
Gotcha.
Absolutely an accidental movie. I just happened to roll on it and watch it.
That is one thing. And we'll have to include her, Kayla, which, by the way, completely forgot her birthday was on the 31st. Happy birthday to my best friend in the whole entire world, 20 plus years. But she actually has a system where she says Sunday morning programming if it's not that great. So you would classify this as Sunday morning programming.
Not even the morning. I'd rather go to church.
Well, damn.
I'll hit this up after church.
Okay.
While I'm making dinner and it's in the background and you lean around the corner like, what'd he say?
What y'all talking about?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not something that you're like,
What?
yeah. It's not something that you are. It's definitely not something that you're going to sit down and be like, man, this movie was good.
Yes.
Or I'm going to watch it again.
Mm.
Nah. If I don't see it again, that'll be cool with me.
Understandable.
But I like Snoop,
Mhm.
and it's that Snoop comedy, like from The Wash, and you watch a Snoop walk like his body hurt because he's so skinny. Yeah, like, and try to act like he got these big muscles on him, and he doesn't through the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Epps is in it. He adds a little comedic flair, and that was good. But rather than that, nah. See. Yeah.
So like a 2 out of 5?
So I give it a 2.5.
Okay.
I give it a 2.5.
You're gonna have to make that bigger. I can't see that.
Neither can I.
I like inspirational movies, so I looked past all the BS.
Yeah, it's an inspirational movie. I'm not gonna lie.
Not
like
The Blind Side.
Cause it's not even remotely close to The Blind Side. This movie, Snoop makes stuff that you got to be high to enjoy.
I could see that.
If I was high, I would have been like, he's crazy. Look how he's talking to them kids. I'm not high. I'm 100% sober. I can pass a drug test right now. So, with that being said, I don't care. Never mind.
What?
I was about to say, with that being said, this movie here, out of 5 stars, 2.5.
Okay. I had no interest in wanting to see
Maybe
it when
it's
I saw the
2.
trailer.
2.5 means halfway.
Yeah.
It might be 2.
Yikes.
Might be 2. I'm a hard movie critic. I'm not gonna lie to you. Maybe we should come up with our own criteria so people don't think that I'm just being a jerk. But when I'm talking about something I got to spend money on, and I got to spend money because to get the movie you got to have an Amazon Prime membership.
Yes.
When I'm talking about spending money on a movie, I better be entertained. And if I'm not entertained, then I'm cool. Like my ratings of it, and I take everything into consideration, from the music, the soundtrack, the videography, the editing. I take all that into consideration. Like Chiquiti is mad because I'm like, you can tell that they shot this at this angle because he's really not that tall. Look at how he's da-da-da-da. Like I pay attention to all that stuff. I like a good movie, and I watch all types of movies. This one, if we were back in the Burn CD days, I would tell you to go get it off the Burn CD, man.
Yo, remember when we did that?
Yeah.
What a time.
Go. This matter of fact, that's the topic. This is a Burn CD joint.
Oh.
Go see the Burn CD, man.
I promise you I have a movie that was worse than The Underdogs.
What was it?
Night Swim.
Damn it, I was gonna watch that.
Terrible.
I was gonna watch that.
Terrible. Okay.
Well, I guess I'm not gonna watch that.
Yes, when we talk about 1 to 5, I give it a 1. That movie was terrible.
Jeez.
Do not waste your time or your money going to go see Night Swim. And what is starting to bother me is that James Wan, he's the one that came up with Insidious.
Mm-hmm.
I typically will only go and watch movies that he's associated with, but he has been dropping the ball something so serious. The last Insidious, The Red Door, was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
The Nun, the second one, the first one was terrible, but the second one was also completely
I haven't
terrible.
watched any of that.
Oh, don't waste your time.
Okay.
Terrible. Night Swim, terrible. Like, what is happening? How do you have a movie like Insidious that instilled so much fear into so many people? And then it's just like this downward slope where you just can't quite make that same momentum. Because the last movie that he actually had that was worth a damn, that was really good, was Annabelle Creation. Not the first one, which that one wasn't bad. Annabelle Creation, that was insane. Like, that movie and Insidious scared the crap out of me. But Night Swim, terrible.
Is it a teen Scream type movie?
No, it's boring. The storyline is dry. It doesn't really tell a complete story. And they try to like intertwine folklore as well as like healing and baseball and yeah.
Baseball.
It was terrible. Terrible. Man. And then even like the so-called, I guess, like demon or beast or whatever it is that's haunting this pool, you don't even get a good glimpse of them either. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Okay,
terrible.
Well,
so 1 star for that. Don't even bother.
1 star. Y'all. We got to come up with graphics so that people can see boop 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 and sound effects.
Yes.
Wah, wah,
Yes.
wah.
Now, what was good, and I know you're gonna be like, "Come on, nigga."
Here we go.
What was good
for our nerds that view the show,
those of you who enjoy a good documentary and have Netflix, the We Are the World behind the scenes. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
We Are the World.
It was the behind the scenes of what it took to create that song. And it was chaotic because you're dealing with a lot of divas. You're dealing with a lot of celebrities, and I would say that the male celebrities were far worse than the female celebrities, but you're dealing with a lot of egos. And they even touched on how Prince, they had wanted him to be a part of the project, but Prince was like, unless I'm getting a guitar solo, unless I'm recording in my own space, in my own room, I'm not doing it. So they didn't have time to accommodate him and his, laundry list of things that he wanted to do. But the fact of like, you had Lionel Richie, which I didn't realize that he was such an integral part of the song, as well as Michael Jackson. You hear how they work together, which was pretty awesome. But then how Lionel Richie literally was like, let me go and get these celebrities. I'm hosting the American Music Awards. And he's like trying to grab them and have conversations with them as they're getting on and off the stage to try to get this collective of celebrities together to do this project, because it came off of the heels of the what is that one song? Oh my gosh. Feed the world. Let them know it's Christmas time. Whatever that holiday song was where they were getting everyone together to, benefit the poor for Christmas. They wanted to do the same thing with We Are the World. So that's when they went ahead and got all these celebrities and Quincy Jones, and even watching him work on the production aspect was insane, because seeing how his mind works and how he literally was like, look, we're not bringing any egos into this room. We have a very tight deadline. We have to get this done. We got to get this record out. Let's make some magic happen. I don't have time for y'all to sit here and try to bring any sort of ideas. Like Stevie Wonder's like, let's sing it in Swahili. Fuck no. we don't have time for that, Stevie. So just seeing how they all came together to create this one track, it was actually pretty dope.
Should have told him, show me that, Stevie. Let me see.
And they don't speak Swahili in Ethiopia, and this is what the project was for.
Let me see it, Stevie.
That wasn't nice.
Can't see it? Then shut up.
That wasn't nice.
Hit the note.
That wasn't nice. But to see even Stevie Wonder, and I mean, to see all these people in that space, especially those that are no longer there, no longer here, but to see how Stevie Wonder kind of even helped Bob Dylan, because when we talk about people on the spectrum, I do think Bob Dylan may have been on the spectrum.
Or drunk or high.
Could have been. I don't know. But he was so overwhelmed, and I think he was intimidated by some of the other entertainers in the room. So when it came time for him to sing his part, he completely like closed up. Like nothing was coming out. He couldn't sing his notes, couldn't get it right. So Stevie kind of coaxed him and helped him. And actually to watch Stevie mimic his voice was insane. And I have a whole new respect for him and how he not only helps other artists, but how he breaks down music for other artists themselves. So like I said, it was very enlightening. If you're a music enthusiast, I would say and recommend it. And if for anyone who's a fan of the song, I wasn't a fan of the song. I thought it was really corny. It was a pretty dope documentary and it was short. It was like 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I have a whole new respect for Lionel Richie as well.
How do we not have big respect for Lionel Richie?
Because I call it my ignorance. I didn't realize how much writing he did and production he did.
Right. Lionel Richie is almost, not quite, so people who are music enthusiasts don't chop my head off, but he's almost as important to our musical culture as Smokey Robinson.
And I did not realize that.
There's a lot of songs that Lionel has written just because he made Dancing on the Ceiling and wore them pants and them white loafers. We don't give him the respect he deserves.
And we don't.
But
we really don't.
He's an intricate part of our musical culture.
And an intricate part of making sure that song actually came into fruition, because if it wasn't for him talking to these people and watching him work a room, I'm like, this dude is the shit. Like he knows how to talk to everybody and connect with everyone on their level and make them feel comfortable. So, you know,
because he looks like everybody.
Shut up.
You know a white guy that looks like Lionel. You know a black guy that looks like Lionel. Maybe even a Latino. Maybe a South American. What is he, a mosquito?
Shut up. But it was
you know somebody that looks like Lionel Richie, right? In every culture. That's why he can blend so well.
But it was a good documentary, and it was also good to see how Michael, like how he essentially goes about making his music. Like he doesn't do the words first. Like he makes sound effects during his production, you know. So he, instead of him like saying we are the world, he'll be like da 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 ba ba, and he'll do things like that to get the song to where he needs it to be, and he'll keep recording himself doing that until he comes up with it. And to actually watch and see all these people do it with tapes, because now, you know, everything's so easy, but you're watching people do things with tapes and, you know, having to rewind and delete and all stuff like that. I was like, y'all were doing y'all shit in the 80s. And I have so much respect for all of those artists just based off of this one project.
And if we've listened to this radio show podcast of ours,
I know you don't like
we
anything.
all know that as soon as you said we are the world, I'm like, because it's the 80s.
But it wasn't
everybody in that room looked like 80s.
They did. I didn't realize Smokey Robinson was on it, or Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, Al Jarreau showed his ass. His whole ass.
I bet you he did. Shooby doo bop boppy. Scat niggas.
He showed his entire ass on that project. It's like, sit down.
Yeah. Nobody knows you.
I did have to look him up. I was like, oh, that's what he looks like.
It's one of your father's favorite artists.
I heard. I'm like, I had no idea what Al Jarreau looked like. So for those of you,
we're in this love together.
I can't even sing an Al Jarreau song.
That lasts forever. That's another department store song. You'd be like, oh my God. Shooby doop doop doop. Boo. I hate 80s music.
Leave 80s music alone. For those of you who are looking for a quick documentary to watch and just for insight into that, like I said, it was cool to see. It was refreshing to see, and something quick. It's sad because a lot of those legends are no longer here, but it was a really good documentary. And like I said, I have so much respect for Lionel Richie and Michael and Quincy and Stevie, just seeing their
and thank y'all for bearing with us with this lag, because that's terrible.
It is.
And so now we're going to get into
dial-up.
I feel like we're moving way too fast. Guys, are we talking too fast? Because we're eventually we run out of shit to talk about.
Well, it's 7-Eleven. So, I mean, you still got stuff. I still got stuff.
What do you got?
I still have a video for Just Scrolling. You have something for Just Scrolling. And then you also said you got something about Jay-Z and Blue Ivy.
That's a rant.
Oh, well, that we know when you rant. So that will take up time.
Shut up. Let's go into it now then, since you want to be a smart ass. Here's what my thing. you know what it grinds my gears?
What?
People don't let people live. And for years, man, people have given that young girl Blue Ivy hell on social media about how that baby has looked. Can we bring up Blue Ivy, please? Can we do that? Let's bring up Blue. We've talked about this little girl when her hair was natural and just as natural and curly and whatever it want to be, even if we want to say nappy, I don't care. It's a baby. We talked about her then. And that was wrong to talk about Blue at that time. That was a child. That's a child, it's a baby. Only for people to say now, well, what does she do? Why is she on stage? Who is she? It's social media. I sent the screenshots. We didn't put them up.
A Grammy Award winner.
That's what they're saying. Like, well, why does she win an award? Who is she?
Because her mother put on Brown Skin Girl.
Here's my problem with this. Why do we selectively like Black people? We just don't love each other. We selectively like the people that we like. This girl has done nothing to anyone. Hasn't even opened her mouth to be a brat at all. Has said nothing wrong. She stood there in her posture, in her best Beyonce, like I took medication looking self.
Shut up.
I promise you. I think Beyonce gets numb for that stuff.
Probably, because people are annoying.
I think she gets numb for it because I honestly, when you look at her eyes in the pictures, it's like, oh, here we go. You know what I'm saying? So I think she has to numb herself for that. But we talked about Blue so much, and they're still talking about Blue. Then they talk about Blue's daddy, and then they talk about Blue's mom.
And her siblings.
And Solange and them.
No. Blue's siblings, Rumi and Sir.
Oh, yeah. Well, and we don't even see them that often. But it's a Black family winning. What's the problem? But we will sit there and praise that animated figure that T.I. calls a son.
Oh, King?
No. Is that the one, the standing 10 toes down nigga?
The one with the teeth?
The one that's always in trouble.
Oh, King, yes, King.
We'll applaud him. We'll say we're glad to see him doing good. When he disrespects people, talks crazy to his mom, he's in and out of jail, things like that. He looks like a Muppet, just like his mom.
Leave Tiny alone.
But we drag Blue. What has Blue done to be dragged besides be successful like her parents? Is that not what we want?
And be a kid. She's 12 years old.
Is that not what we want for little girls? Like, do we not want our little girls to look like this? That is a beautiful little girl. She don't look, there's nothing trashy about what she has on. And when she was a baby, that's a beautiful little girl. She has her curls. Those are her natural curls. That's her natural texture of her hair. And Beyonce need to do her hair. Can Blue not win for losing? What is Blue supposed to look like? Is the question. And then what do you look like? What do your children look like? Has your child won a Grammy? Has your child performed in front of billions of people?
And
do you know how hard that is for a 12-year-old to go up there and not be scared? You can't even get your kid to say ABC.
And the discipline.
That's my point. Your kid gets called home you got to go pick him up from school because he don't know how to act in class. This little girl.
1 + 1 is chicken nuggets.
Yeah, this kid, your child is terrible. No behavior. No oomph about behavior issues out the ass. Taking pills because you allowed the school to tell him that he got ADHD and anxiety and all this shit. But then you have the nerve to talk about this little girl who ain't did nothing and really has never opened her mouth besides on the albums that we've heard. It's not like she's Willow and we're like, shut the fuck up.
And if it wasn't for her, Beyonce would not have performed Diva for her tour. because she spoke up and actually told her, she was like, I don't think you need to get rid of that song.
So why are we talking about this? Why are we trashing Blue Ivy? Can somebody help me out to understand why Blue Ivy gets trashed?
So what are some people saying?
Oh, I got the quotes, and then it was one of the quotes was from a man.
Oh.
I am so tired of you niggas. You probably don't even see your kid. Hold on. I got it right here because I was really upset about this. Like, come on, man, this is a child, y'all. Like, there's supposed to be a point where, like, kids are off limits with stuff like this. So underneath the post in the picture of Jay-Z winning the award and Blue standing there, literally quote, I don't like none of them. Their spirits don't sit right with me. Why she look like that? I said what I said. Why does she look like what?
Like what?
But y'all sit there and look at this girl talk about my booty hole brown and all this other crazy stuff and cheer that.
She just gave birth.
And cheer that on. Oh, that's
Congratulations,
unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Now we got another one on Earth. So we sit here and we cheer on Krishan with things on her face,
God,
looking crazy and arguing and fussing. We celebrate all this ignorance, and a little girl sitting up there with cowboy boots and a dress. I don't even know if they're cowboy boots. That was subject. That was crazy. But the dress, because the shoes was like, are those rain boots? But then her mom is sitting there with a cowboy hat on inside. Whatever. So
it was Louis Vuitton.
Right. Now, whatever. I just don't understand why we do that too. Why do we select the black people that we want to support? And then if we look at the black people that we do tend to support, it's the ignorant ones.
I think it's that whole thing of like, oh, I don't want anyone to succeed more than I do. Because it's like, okay, well, some people can identify with Krishan and the ignorance and stuff like that because it's like, oh, those are just normal everyday people. But when you see people who, were like a Jay-Z or Beyonce, where it's like, oh, they were your everyday people and, had she was in a girl group, he was just a young rapper, and now they've become Jay-Z a billionaire and, a Beyonce a global icon. It's like now there's a little bit of hatred because it's like you're doing something that I don't feel like I can never do. So let me hate on you.
It has to be because then there's another person by the name of Lyndon Lawrence, a grown man talking about a child. Lyndon Lawrence. You're lucky I ain't get the chance to put the graphic in because I was going to put his name out there. Lyndon Lawrence said, what the she do besides dance? And Don Cole underneath it says, and she don't dance that good. I wouldn't have put her up there. But to each his own. If Beyonce wasn't her mom, she wouldn't even be up there dancing either. Right. There is advantages of being Beyonce's daughter.
And let's not sit here and act like it was like, oh, I'm gonna have my daughter sitting here being all willy-nilly. Like, no, she had her up there where the first one she was timid, which is rightfully so. I'm a 12-year-old girl facing millions of people in a stadium about to dance. But she showed her, and then what did Blue Ivy do? She worked harder and harder with Beyonce's dance captain to make sure that she was hitting her moves and that she gave it, more oomph. And it was a clear difference between when she first started up until the closer to the mid to end of the tour. But for a 12-year-old to do that and to see grown-ass people hating on her, for her to be like, let me show y'all and do that, that is commendable. You don't even have adults who could do that.
And they're getting her a paycheck. She gets paid for that. What do your kids do?
What are your accolades?
I don't know. He looks crazy. And the chick Dawn looks crazy too. That's my point. Like, if you're going to not like people, just not like people across the board. The selective not liking people, but having no rationale behind why you choose not to like this person is an issue. And I believe that children, unless they're like King, should be off limits. And I guarantee the people who don't like her have kids like King. I deal with these kids every single day. And to finally see a image of a young girl in front of other young girls that can look up and say, I want to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Instead of celebrating somebody who talks about their booty hole being brown. Like, what is wrong with us? Like, what is wrong with us? Here's another example. Jay-Z that night, I don't know if we still got the picture, and I'm talking like we got a production crew.
All right.
Find the picture, nigga. What? I'm like, so if you can bring that up, nigga, you're talking.
It's you.
You're talking to yourself. Bring it up. All right. So here's Jay-Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what I don't understand. Here's what some of the comments were. Why does he finally look good to me tonight? And then other women were agreeing, like, yeah, I think he finally hit his stride. Why does he finally look good? It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. Let's give it the main screen. Okay, so now
those are cowboy boots.
That's why I said she looks like SpongeBob when he was hung in the on the movie when he was hung up. I like you, Blue. I love Blue, but that was a bad shoe choice. They put that boy.
When he had them black boots on.
No, this is when he was hanging up and he had the white shoes on after the little performance. That's those shoes. I'll get the picture so y'all don't. This is a sibling thing, but
you ain't just a fucking minute.
Yeah. But here's what I got to say about this. People were confused of why Jay-Z looks good to them, right? Meanwhile, I think this is the craziest he's ever looked. Ever. He used to have a nice clean cut, waves, all that. Now he got antlers hanging off his head. And everyone's like, you know what? Why does he look so good to me? I don't understand. You know why he looks good to you? Because that's a man that is next to his daughter with his wife in the audience, who stood up and supported his wife for not being able to win, who used his platform to protect his family and their success. Yes, to use their platform for their success. And that's the reason why he's all of a sudden attractive to you, because he stood up there as a man and did what men do. Now, what men are supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's what I need you to do. Take a look to your left, not you. Take a look to your left and look what you got. And look at your kids that probably don't even belong to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then question you and your situation first before you drool on Beyonce's situation and talk bad about her baby. Because let's not act like y'all didn't call her crazy for, sticking it out with Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
That was a thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whatever they did, they showed up there as a successful, winning family unit. I don't know what the fuck his daughter do, but he looked good for once. And I don't know why I liked him, because he was crazy and they done drugged Beyonce. What? When we really got Tiny and T.I. holding people in basements with a crazy ass kid going nuts, and y'all support that trap shit.
Allegedly.
Too many people have said they've done it for it to be alleged. The same thing,
Just saying.
I
mean, I share your sentiment, but allegedly.
At the end of the day, the bottom line is, why are we so selective about who we like? And then we sit down and the man all of a sudden, oh, why does he look good to you? No, he looks good to you because you don't have it. That's why. You know what I mean? And accept the fact that jealousy and just hate is just oozing out of your pores. It's terrible.
And I think it's because it's one of those things where you're constantly seeing them winning, but you don't know what their struggles are. And that's mainly because it's none of our business.
We know their struggles. Salon punched that nigga in the nose.
We know that
they got struggles.
They do have struggles, but I think it's still one of those things where, because people see them constantly win more than struggle, because everybody else publicizes their business. But what we have to remember and remind ourselves is that is none of our goddamn business, because none of us have any bills in the Knowles Carter household, so they don't have to tell us a goddamn thing.
And it's better that they don't. Why can't we just win without controversy? Why? Why do I have to look like King to get your respect.
You're just not going to ease up on this.
No, because people celebrate him, like to the point where he feel like y'all saying standing on business because of me.
Oh, is that where people got it from?
That's yeah. I mean, because he said it. I stand on business. No, you stand on Jim Henson's hand because you look like a Muppet. And we're not going to let you slide because your behavior is horrendous. Your behavior is horrendous and you come from a silver spoon. We watched you grow up on TV. But we like that because it's drama. But we talk shit on the people that's like, hey, man, that's a black family winning. Good for y'all. No, it's Illuminati. It's crazy. He done drug. Beyonce looks wild. Look at her, y'all. Her hair must be stuck to the hat. I said, damn.
Somebody said that?
When I was when I scrolled through the comments, it was crazy. Somebody literally said she ain't take that hat off because her hair is stuck to the hat. Damn. What did she do besides just be successful?
Exist. I'm just here. And everyone who has watched the documentary, I have not had a chance to see it yet, but everyone who watches her documentaries always say that this woman's, habits and how hard she works is unreal. So what does she need to do for y'all to just leave her alone?
Die. We don't appreciate you until you're gone.
That is true. Yeah. That's
so
true.
When she died, and everybody will be crying, and it'll be a Bay Day and all that stuff like they did with Prince. Turn everything, whatever her favorite color is, and all that stuff, and then try to act like we vibed with the person when we really did not. People act like they vibe with Prince. People wasn't vibing with Prince. When Prince was beefing and was wearing slave on the side of his face and all that other stuff, people was trying to treat him like he was crazy then because he didn't want to go with the system. Then as soon as he died, everybody want to cry purple tears. Sit down somewhere. This is our problem, and this is my rant. That's why I'm saying I look at our kids and what they look at and idolize. And you see a black family winning, and they hear their parents shredding the black family. But then big up in Sexy Red, what is her name? Suki, and then people like King, and then now it confuses them. So they think that's what you're supposed to go with. Versus the family that's winning. And like you said, we don't know. They could be all hell in their home, but on the outside, we just keep seeing you win. How can you hate that? And then how can we say, oh, Illuminati and all that to our own people who are winning? Are we not supposed to win? Is Blue supposed to be a 12-year-old whore? Like, what is she supposed to look like? I mean, I don't like the SpongeBob shoes, but I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, the man stood up for his wife in the Grammy situation, and everybody, well, Kanye should have, and talking about how Kanye said it, this and that. Be that as it may, the way he did it was the proper way. When I get the opportunity to get my platform, I'm going to say it then. I'm not going to steal the show from Taylor Swift, even though she's won, and then speak the truth. It is a truth, but the platform was my platform. That was Jay-Z's platform. That was my time to talk, right? And I'm speaking up for my wife, and y'all mad at me for doing that and talking about my kid again. But then we celebrate Will Smith for walking on the stage, smacking Chris Rock over a joke about your bald head wife who looks like G.I. Jane.
And y'all were allegedly separated.
Y'all were separated at the time. But we celebrate. That's how you supposed to protect your woman. But Jay-Z saying my wife has the most Grammys, but not any album of the year. Oh, they think they supposed to win everything.
What was that?
They think they supposed to win everything. Well, I mean, like you said, your metric system should have it to where I should at least have won at least one time. I don't have any album of the years, not one. And you giving them to Taylor Swift,
who's won 4 times,
who's won 4? Like, Y'all don't see a little bit of a problem with that? Why y'all think y'all need to win everything? Your daughter can't even dance. Your wife's hair is stuck to the hat, nigga.
That is insane. Whoever said that?
I told you who said it. His name is he needs to be dressed. Yeah, his name. Oh no, Don Cole was a woman, but Lyndon Lawrence was the one who started it. The fuck she do besides dance? And Don Cole was like, right, and she don't dance that good. And well, I wouldn't even put her up there. She's only up there because she's Beyonce's mom. She wouldn't be up there dancing either if it wasn't for her.
But she was the one that said that her hair was glued to her hat.
No, that was later down. Like Beyonce looking crazy. What's wrong with her? Her hair must be glued to her hat. Why didn't she take that hat off?
If it was, bitch, I'm wearing fucking Louis Vuitton while you sitting at home wearing Walmart.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when we talk about these people, look left, look right, look at the mirror and be like, damn, I should probably do better. Because you don't have what they have, but that's not saying you can't acquire it. So why hate on what they got? And let's be happy that somebody's getting it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, we sit here and argue about Angela Bassett not winning proper awards. We see Jay-Z winning an award, and then we're like, but we don't want you to win the award.
Right.
Why don't we want to see Jay-Z win the award? Because what? What did he do to you?
Personally,
what did he do? And like, you know, some people may go, oh, why are you caping for Jay-Z? No, I'm caping for seeing positive images in our face of Black people winning. And they are the mark right now. They're winning. Everything they touch turns to gold or platinum. Why can't we just accept that? I know the last few Beyonce albums haven't been the greatest.
You shut your mouth.
Ah, man, come on.
Shut your mouth.
She stole CeCe Peniston's whole ain't.
She ain't doing nothing no different than what other people are doing and sampling.
Right, like Drake. Like
and so many other people in the music industry.
Yeah, it's she's winning at what it is that she's doing. Is it her best work? I don't think so. I think she has a lot better work than what she's putting out with this, what she's doing. But so what? Taylor Swift fans probably think the same thing. I don't listen to her music, but it's hard to stay this consistent this long. You're going to have some bad albums in there.
It was not this one.
But they're winning. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just hate it. I hate that we do that. But then you cut on the TV and you go look at the comments about King, and people are praising him.
Or even Real Housewives, Basketball Wives, them, where everybody's just arguing, fussing, hooting, and hollering over the same stuff. You got Jackie Christie, who's been on there ever since I was in high school. Like, girl, what possibly could you have left to argue about? At some point, like Kandi was saying, you got to phase out of this. That is exhausting. It's tiring. What are we fighting and arguing about?
They don't even know anymore.
It's not worth it.
They don't even know anymore.
And knowing that these shows are going to, they're literally going to create drama to get people to keep watching. But like you said, as the consumer, at some point you have to step away and realize that this is not worth my time and attention span. Like me and my friend, she's like, I just want you to watch it just to get your input. I can't do that. I don't have any energy to give to Real Housewives of Atlanta, to Basketball Wives, to these baddie East or whatever it is, West, South, whatever, whomever they are. Because why? Why do I want to watch people? When I was younger, yes, I was like, this is fun. This is entertaining. But now I want peace. I want good stories. Like Cuz was saying, give me something inspirational because life is already hard enough. So why do I want to watch people arguing and fighting and tussling and hooting and hollering? For what?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I'm going to watch the We Are the World documentary.
I don't know about all that, but whatever floats your boat and tickles your fancy. I don't know about all that though. So, and just scrolling, I see that's my rant. Sorry, to close it. We need to allow space to accept success for Black people and Black families and Black children so that we have other models of success for people to mimic. I'm not going to say idolize, because we shouldn't idolize anyone, but we can mimic what we see. It gives people goals to attain. I want to do that. Like I say before, and I'll say again, as bad as, some of the allegations were against Bill Cosby, for many people who did not have a father, he was a father figure every time you cut on the TV set.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Huxtable was a person that some of us felt was real, which is why it's hard to believe that Bill could do such things, because we loved Dr. Huxtable.
Right.
We loved Carl Winslow. He was funny to us.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like, but he was still a father. We loved Uncle Phil in the I won't say the dark skin, the first Aunt Viv.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these were parents to us that we could identify with. We don't have that anymore. So if you do see a group of family winning, let's allow that space without us shredding it, because your trauma and your drama and what you're looking at in your house with pills and everything going crazy is not what they have. Aspire to be better. Allow people to have that space. Speaking of aspire to be better, we have some women judging a man.
Oh, you want to go with that one first?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I don't have anything else, do I?
No, yes, you do. Turkey Hut.
What? Where's the picture?
It's right next to where you had the video.
Oh, Turkey Hut.
Because you only gave me a snippet of it. I didn't need
Turkey Hut. Let's talk about these people. All right. Let's see if I can get them up.
What?
These people. So Turkey Hut. I don't know if anybody knows who Turkey Hut is, or if y'all have any idea of who these people.
Leg Hut.
Turkey Leg Hut. I don't know if you know who these people are, but I didn't until today. And so I said all of this about Black people winning only to get to this story where Black people aren't winning. And it might sound completely contradictory to what I just was talking about, because, well, no, I guess they did wrong, right? Did they do wrong?
Well, I still need the details of the story.
Okay, well, here's what happened. So, social media, you can't hide. Somebody posted, baby, they ain't paying people in Turkey Hut, and then posted the story behind it, okay? So it looks like last month, employees did not get paid from this facility. All right. So it people were asking about their checks. This is as recent as January 23rd. There was text message threads shown saying, good morning, checks are in. However, ownership is asking that you please allow a day or two before attempting to cash deposit. An update will be provided once they are ready, but it should be no later than business day of Thursday. And somebody said, what? What is it? This is, I guess, a text thread amongst the employees. And so it's they screenshotted the deposit, and it said that the funds wasn't there. So it was a bounce check in that person's deposit, and they screenshotted it and put it in the group checks. And it said, and the checks from a month ago are not on positive pay, so we can't even cash them. Any answers to why the checks are bouncing? I have Chase, so I'm confused why they are Chase checks bouncing. This should be Chase to Chase. I would appreciate an answer from somebody. Well, ain't nobody had no answers. Yes. All right. That's these two people here that own this Turkey Hut. All right. Then a letter comes out. Now, you didn't get your bread. You didn't get your money.
Yikes.
And then a letter comes out. All right. Now, with this letter, let's see if you guys would understand not getting paid. It reads. It reads. I hope this message finds you well amidst the challenging times. It is with a heavy heart. She said it like somebody died. It's with a heavy heart that I write you today, not just as the owner of our beloved establishment, but as someone who has deeply valued the dedication and hard work that you've brought to our team. The past months have been a period of significant reflection and tough decisions for our company. As I mentioned in our meeting, my personal journey has undergone considerable changes, including a divorce in more ways than one, has impacted not just my life, but the operational stability of our business. This, combined with the economic challenges we face, has led us to reevaluate our current structure and strategy moving forward. After much deliberation and consultation with a new management consultant, we've uncovered discrepancies and issues that demand immediate and sustainable change. It is with a somber understanding of the situation and the gravity that we have made the difficult decision to reduce our workforce. And it is with regret that I must inform you that your position is one of those that will be affected. Please understand this decision was not made lightly. It reflects the harsh realities we face, not the value or the impact of your work. Your contributions have been invaluable for many of you. I am more than willing to provide references to support your next endeavor. Those that are affected, please understand that this layoff does not reflect. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the cutoff. It says, I want to be clear. We are not closing our doors. Instead, we are strategically reducing our staff size and overhead to negate current challenges financially. It is our sincere hope as we work towards stabilization and growth to invite you back eventually to join us. Our plan is to rebuild stronger than before with new management and a sharpened focus aiming for revival by late summer or early fall. We are committed to the future of our business and allegedly anticipate the opportunity to welcome you back should you begin to rejoining at that time with us. Your role in this journey remains valuable, and we look forward to potentially sharing a prosperous future together. I cannot express enough how difficult this decision has been and how much I regret the personal and professional upheaval it causes. I am sincerely sorry for the impact that this will have on you and your family. Our team is just not our team is just not a workforce. It's a community. It pains me to lose any member of this community, even temporarily. Thank you for your understanding, patience, and contribution to our journey. And somebody said, hold on. Girl, please, where's my check?
Facts, because that's all I'm saying.
Girl, please, where's my check?
What you're telling me is that there's some mismanagement of funds. Something personal is going on, and you can't afford to pay your team right now. And I'm supposed to understand that. And I'm getting fired.
I can't read that because I can't see it.
So here's my say. First, Black business is always messing up before I get to try them. Second, where is the money going? Lastly, that termination email is skimmed through. I skimmed through it for all the words money, pay, and check. I'm not reading all of that because it doesn't say anything about where the money is. Essentially, yes. Where's
my bread, man?
I don't care.
I didn't get paid.
Yeah, I don't care.
And your divorce ain't got nothing to do.
Nothing.
When y'all sitting here looking like this, give me my money.
And then on top of that, you're laying me off. So I don't have any money and I don't have a job. And
I don't have a when you get laid off, they give you a severance. Yeah, you just telling me it's over.
Yeah,
I got fired. Because I ain't got no severance.
No.
And in this economy, losing jobs is serious.
It's extremely serious.
I promise you that. Like man. In a minute, I'm gonna learn how to do hair and work alongside my woman. Baby, how we braid this? Because I gotta figure it out.
That's what I'm teaching myself how to do nails.
I'm just saying this in this era and time, you can't play with people's money like this.
You cannot.
So this story could very well read later on that something happened to one of them because you laid me off and I didn't even get paid. So I'm showing you through my screenshots that the checks are bouncing. I don't get paid, but you want me to what?
You want me to sympathize or empathize.
Empathize, yeah.
Yes. With your situation and your divorce and whatever personal matters. First of all, that has nothing to do with your staff and your employees. Why are the two even intermingling?
I can't win. How do I get a win with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, we just went from talking about Black people winning to this. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why our emotions is all over the place. So then now I just watch Jay-Z and I'm sitting there like, yeah, we can do it. And I'm going to trust Black business. And then my check bounced. Now I want to hurt you because I don't have no money and you want to tell me about your divorce.
And these bills do not care about what's going on in your life.
Don't tell me about bills.
They don't care if you're getting laid off. They don't care if you're getting fired. Like even during COVID, when I'm like, hey, you know, I've been furloughed. I need to push my car payment back. She said, I'm going to give you 2 months. 2 months? Man, I don't know when I'm going back to work.
Figure it out.
And it's not like it's forgiven. They just put it on the back end. So you still got to pay for it. But these bills don't care. And some companies didn't give a damn at all.
No. So with that being said, I got to pay my bills. And this is the best answer you can give me.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible. We need, once again, not saying white people don't do it.
Right.
Because,
yes.
And the reason why somebody say, wow, why'd you say white people? Because there are people that I know from PNC, a close friend of mine, they laid off 400 people. 400. But they did give them severance. And they did give them a fair warning that it was coming. They did give them a date. Like, it wasn't like you came in the office and the next day, hey.
Right.
And then your money's bouncing. So what I'm saying is, if you are a Black establishment, sometimes, you know, we always have to go above and beyond. If you know that the waters are getting deep, tell people ahead of time so that they can start to make plans. And I know what happens. We figure we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out. And then you get to the last minute and you can't figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. But I can't look at you and say, I understand more than making sure my family is secure.
Right.
Your family, you're making a business decision based upon you and your family, but that now directly impacts me.
Mm-hmm.
At least give me the choice of if I wanted to sink in the Titanic ship with you or if I wanted to jump. Because if you would have told me that you had these financial woes, I would have made plans to exit.
Mm-hmm.
Versus coming in here working, thinking that my check is going to hit and my check don't hit.
Right.
I have a joke that I always say, well, as long as that money hit in the bank, we all right. We ain't all right when the money ain't hitting the bank. Black asses. All right.
Just
give them people their money. Y'all owe them people money. Don't do that to people. And then y'all out here looking like this on social media. But then you don't want to pay nobody. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You look like a person that don't want to pay nobody. I said it because that's what they do. Because you know what's going on. I'm not going on another rant. Y'all look like y'all people that ain't gonna be upright. You see what I'm saying? Like, never mind. When soon as she said divorce, I don't give a shit.
I don't care.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
No, that has nothing to do with my check. And it shouldn't have anything to do with your employees.
That means that y'all was dipping out of the money that for the business that y'all wasn't supposed to be dipping out of. Ah, well, okay. So let's stop sharing this story. And let's talk about this show that you just keep finding clips from. I just happen to find out, but I watched this one.
I don't know how to find it. I don't know how to find the show. I just keep coming across the clips and I'm like, well, you know, it's content. Everything is content.
See. Here we go.
Why you pop yours? You ain't fucking with me?
Personally, you talk like my little brother.
Oh, hold on. Let me go ahead. Go on back.
I'm 26.
Okay.
And you talk like my little brother. I feel like I'm talking to my Chicago as well.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Yeah, you're very gorgeous though, but I don't like that you put the fake flower in your vest trying to make it look better than what it was.
Yeah.
I don't like that you brought a fake briefcase. There's probably nothing in there, and it's also halfway open. You should probably close it. Also, I don't like that the fact that you put your hat.
What would be
Why do you have
considered
a hat
a fake briefcase though?
Fake briefcase.
I mean, the hair
or
done.
something.
It's done. It's done.
So why didn't you show your hair?
That's what I wanted to do today.
I understand. I just want to see your hair though.
I get it. You feel me? I've dealt with, you feel me, Chicago women most of my life. You okay? You feel me? Me and your brother probably sound alike because we done been through the same struggles. You feel me? But I could respect that. I just wanted to know what you was thinking about. That's all that was.
It's just weird talking to my little brother. So
no problem. You can't say little. We the same age, darling. Let's be respectful.
You sound like him though.
That's so because we from the same place. So you don't like people from your hometown.
I never said that.
And that's respectful. I can respect that.
I just want a man with a higher vocabulary, which you don't have on your day-to-day speak. Speaking to all the other women, trust. I know. You're good.
I talk like where I was born from. I got a real like respect. I can't let you like, you feel me, throw down what I've been through. You feel me?
I never said what you went through was.
I'm just saying though, you tried though, darling.
No, I
you feel me?
didn't.
So I want you to know like I'm really from struggle. I speak
great.
a certain type of way, but I've searched for education. I have a bachelor's
That's
degree.
fine.
You feel me? What I do right now, I work with people every day. So I don't want you to just throw shade on hood niggas in general.
wasn't throwing shade
I
on you,
speak with a
love.
little slang. I got a little hood to me, but I'm educated, baby.
No, that's fine.
We can move forward. Thank you.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to our
Definitely.
3 ladies that still have their balloon unpopped.
Definitely.
So I watched this, and he did say you feel me a lot. And those little kids that I teach that are in high school talk like how he talked. You feel me? You feel me, bro? Bro, you wildin', bro. You feel me, bro? And it's aggravating as hell. You feel me, bro? On God. So I'm the wrong person because I feel her.
Are you serious?
Straight up. You're trying to date somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to put your best foot forward, right? Now, the hat thing, I think she went a bit extreme. I don't understand why you came there with a briefcase either. And it was open, and clearly we can see nothing's in it. So that wasn't fashionable. You know what I'm saying? And with the you feel me, he said that so much. Now, I don't know if it's a Chicago thing, but what I do know is that these young people say, you feel me after everything, or you know what I mean? And they don't know how to specifically articulate themselves. So they plug in, you feel me. And you're like,
feel what?
I don't know what you're saying.
Right.
Where am I supposed to go with this? On God what? And so when you try to have these conversations with these young adults, it can be exhausting. Now, just like the dude downed the woman, I feel that there's a way to talk to people. And the moment that he said, stop saying little, you respect that. Right. Because now he's taking what you're saying as disrespectful. And she could apologize. I just don't like your vernacular, and I'm sorry. When I'm looking for somebody where they don't necessarily bring Chicago out. And that's it. Because he said, you just don't like people where you're from. And she could say, well, no, that's not necessarily the truth. I just don't like to hear Chicago slang. Because if somebody from Pittsburgh right now talks to us, what do we say? Oh my God, I sounded like that? I hear Pittsburgh people talking. I'm like, Lord.
And to some people, we still do.
Right. And so with that deep Pittsburgh accent, sometimes, does it not drive you nuts? It drives me nuts. When I was in Pittsburgh, it drove me nuts. When you hear the deep Pittsburgh, the Yinzer, you be like, yeah, I'm going downtown. Where? Downtown. Downtown? Yeah, I'm going downtown. Where you all heading? Yins guys. It's like Yins. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't necessarily, that would turn me off if a woman talked like that from Pittsburgh. It drives me nuts. But I would not articulate it that way.
Right.
People do not treat people with the respect that they in turn would like to be treated with. And
that's the problem that I'm having with this show. Like I said, I don't know the name of this show. I only see clips. I don't know where to find it. I probably just haven't put forth the energy to find it, because I feel like a lot of it is clickbait, to where it's like, let's try to see how we can humiliate the next person.
That whole popping the balloon thing, it pisses me off. So I watched that episode from the beginning.
Oh, you did?
Yes. And so some of the women, like one woman popped her balloon as soon as he said he was from Chicago. And he was like, what's wrong with Chicago? She's like, I'm just triggered. I'm like, this show brings the ugly out of the people who are popping the balloons. Because granted, you feel me, after every other word is crazy. But And yeah, you have an empty briefcase. Don't understand that. But once again, there's a way to treat people.
Mm-hmm.
I think we are now in an era where it's okay to try to disrespect people, but then you don't want them to get mad, because then if he got mad and called her out her name, and everybody like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Right.
But he took what she was saying to him disrespectfully, and she should have been able to acknowledge that, apologize, and then not and refrain from doing it. She kept doing it.
She kept going. Yes.
She kept doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know. But then also I need people to understand you can be proud of your hood in multiple ways. Sometimes in certain platforms, you need to know when not to bring the hood with you. And that could be one of them. Let somebody get to know you first before you put Chicago on someone. If that's how you talk every day, okay. But there's no way that you're handling business saying you feel me after every single sentence. You're probably dealing with people who don't want to give you your paycheck because they're closing down Turkey Hut. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. God damn it, we're exhausted. We are exhausting because we don't treat people right. But then also in presentation, we have to make sure we present ourselves as our best self. Now, I'm not saying that that's not, he may have thought that that was his best self or his most original or authentic self. But then you also got to accept the fact that people may reject that.
Right.
And he handled it as well as I think he could.
I was going to say, I think he handled it pretty well.
Until she kept saying my little brother. But if you out here talking like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, then you sound like my little brother. Now, once she made the point, get off of it.
And see, and that's the problem that I'm having with this, because I feel like there's, once again, probably because it's clickbait.
You feel me?
Where they just keep trying to like push this whole, how can I hurt this person? How can I dig the dagger in just a little bit more? Where it's just like, okay, stop.
The hostess holds the microphone too long without intervening.
Yes. And it's just like, stop. Okay. So I'm not interested in him because there's a certain way that he talks where I don't really feel like it's something that I'm attracted to. And that's why I popped my balloon. Okay. Now, if you as the person who is on the show and is looking for a potential mate wants to know more, okay, well, that's up to you. But I don't need to hear any more if a person says that they're not interested.
There was a dude on there my age. So that same episode with those same women, there was a 43-year-old dude that was on there. And, some women pop their balloon for petty reasons. And, I don't like how you dress, stuff like that. But then one of the ladies held onto their balloon, and they actually, from what the comments and stuff say, that they actually had a date and they're actually doing something. But she was also mature too. There was a lady earlier in that clip. She was also in her 40s and was like, my son's 20. But then he responded to her like, well, you look good and them things is sitting. He was talking about her chest. Like 4 girls was like pop, 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 pop as soon as he did that. So once again, it's about how you communicate to people, how you want people to communicate to you. And you got mad at her for calling you little, but then you also felt the need to comment on a woman's breast and thought that was going to slide.
Oh, he was the same guy?
That was the same episode.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, it was the woman in the red. She had red hair. Hold on, let me see if I can bring this back up. Let's see. This one.
Okay.
So she was the one with the red hair. You guys can't see the mouse. I'm sorry. So you got the lady in the black who's closest holding the balloon. Then you have the one in the white. The one in she has the beige shirt on with the red hair. She was like, my son is 20.
Right.
And she was like, so it's not a good fit. And he was like, well, you definitely put it together. You feel me on that? And then was like, then he felt the need to comment on her breast. And the moment that he commented on her breast, the lady who was holding her balloon initially in the white shirt, she popped it in. She was like, I can't accept the way you addressed her.
Yeah, no, why would you?
He's like, especially knowing that she's also the same, you were close to the age of her son. So there was a respect factor there. And then they moved on. He was like, oh, okay, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a disrespectful engagement. So everybody's not disrespectful, but I just think every now and again, the clips that they show, people need to do better.
Yeah. Yeah, I will have to sit. I don't know. I keep saying that I'll have to sit and watch the show, but I don't put much energy towards it because I'm like, sometimes a clip is
There's
enough
so
for
many
me.
of them now. There's so many different variations of the same show too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I will have to check it out just to see. But I'm also curious to know like the host and her background and stuff like that, because are you just doing this? Are you doing this essentially to try to help people find someone, or are you doing this just to try to get notoriety?
Notoriety, because she's a terrible host. I watched the whole episode. She's like I said, she holds the microphone entirely too long. Once people have made the decision to move on, then let's go to the next person.
Right.
But they hold it. And I think it's also because it's social media. So there is no commercials. So you just got time.
Right.
And people don't know how to run on their schedule.
Gotcha.
Which we're
Do you need me to read that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. To play devil's advocate, people are quick to say you didn't show me who you were in the beginning. Maybe he was just like, I'm gonna give them the real me so they know what they are dealing with.
Oh, that's cool. All right. Once again, I don't think you shouldn't show up in your authentic you. But when you do show up in your authentic
be prepared
for rejection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you keep talking, like, you got to record yourself too. I know he got to realize, like, literally he was saying, you feel me after everything he said. Like, so where you put a period, he was putting, you feel me, and then rolling into the next thing. Got to realize that people might not like that. And the older you get, the less appealing that is, because that's showing that you don't necessarily have the vocabulary to substitute you feel me, because no, I don't feel you. Talk to me, express yourself, you know? So he may have been, but then you got to accept it. But I think he did a great job of accepting her rejection. I think she did a terrible job of continuing to put pie in his face.
Absolutely.
You feel me? So we're at the top of the 8 o'clock hour.
We are. We made it.
We made it.
I told you. I said we would be fine.
That's because you let me rant about Jay-Z and black families.
Well, you said you were going to.
No, I mean, I was, because you know why? We need to see more positive black families out here, even if it's just the imagery of it. We need to see that. And so tomorrow is Wednesday.
Yes, we have our healing consultant in the building.
And so tomorrow our healing consultant will be here. And yeah, that's it. We got to find a way to close the show, because we seem to it's like Hangman out there. Like, so.
Hey guys, we will see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. And remember, Healing Wednesday, tell a friend, share, like, and continue to comment, because it is TDS, our voice, our culture.
And hopefully we don't have lag tomorrow, because I don't know what's up with this, because this is crazy. But thank you for putting up with it. We love y'all. Peace.